Hi everybody, welcome to another Gagebert Fitness video. Today I'm going to be showing you what I think are the best shoulder exercises that you can do in the comfort of your own home and you don't need any gym equipment for. Now, when we're talking about working out the shoulders, it's important to know that the deltoid, the shoulder, is in three main parts or three heads. So you've got the anterior head, the lateral head, and the posterior head. And it's important to work all three and develop them equally so that you don't end up with any muscle imbalances that could potentially lead to injury later on. So for everything I'm going to show you today, I'm going to give you a harder variant and an easier variant for each head of the shoulder so that no matter your fitness level, you can effectively train each part of the shoulder at home. Okay, so let's talk about the lateral head and what I think is the best bodyweight exercise for hitting lateral head, namely the handstand push-up. Now for the handstand push-up, most likely you're going to want to use a wall for balance like I did in this clip. And basically all you want to make sure you're doing is getting deep enough that your head almost touches the floor and then pressing yourself back up again. Now, the handstand push-up is an exceptionally difficult exercise. So, if this is too difficult for you, feel free to do the easier variant, which is the pike push-up. Now, with the pike push-up, basically you're folding yourself kind of in half. You'll sort of look like the shape of a capital A. And what you're doing is you're doing a similar motion to the handstand push-up where you're letting yourself come down towards the floor, getting your head nice and close to the ground, and then pressing yourself back up. All right, so let's talk about the posterior head and the best way that I think you can hit this muscle at home, namely with reverse flies. So for reverse flies, you're going to need a little bit of weight to provide resistance. And for this, I would recommend something like water bottles or jugs of juice or even gallons of water, depending on your strength level. Now you'll need a chair for this, so let's go ahead and set that up. Once you've got your chair, you're going to go ahead and sit in it, and then you're going to lean forward so your torso is basically parallel with the ground. After that, jugs or water bottles in hand, you're going to raise your arms out to your side like a T, and then you're going to raise them behind you, sort of like you're pressing with ski poles. Now, you're going to alternate between those two motions so that you're hitting the same exact muscle group, but in two different planes of motion. This will make the overall well-rounded strength of the muscle better. Now, let's say you don't have anything light enough laying around that will suit your strength level for this exercise. Not a problem. Just grab a long towel and you're going to hold it at both ends like I'm doing here, and you're going to use your own shoulder to provide resistance. Now you can hit the posterior deltoid in two planes of motion with this version as well. So the first version, you've got your arms out like a T, and then the second version, you're going to alternate the grip on one of your hands. That hand is going to be your high hand and the other hand is going to be your low hand. And you'll do as I'm demonstrating here. Simply switch your grip to work the other side. Okay, now let's talk about the anterior head of the deltoid. So what I think is the best exercise for working the anterior head is the planche push-up. Now the planche push-up has got a few key technical points with it. So starting in the normal push-up position here, what you're going to do is you're going to pike your hips a little bit. You're going to rotate your hands so that your fingers are facing outward from you. And then you're going to lean forward. So you'll feel like you're leaning much further forward than a normal push-up here. And basically you'll be past the 90-degree angle with your arms. Now, the easier variant for working the anterior deltoid is very simple here. It's the exact same thing, except you're going to do that planche push-up from your knees instead of from your toes. Everything else is the same. My key tip with this exercise is to make sure that you maintain the forward lean while you're performing it. It's very natural to sort of regress back to a normal push-up lean while you're performing the exercise and not even realize it. So keep that in mind. Okay, that's what I've got for you today for working out your deltoids at home. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what you think of the video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it or found it helpful, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content from Gagebert Fitness. Thanks, and see you next time.